Hey, welcome back to Allison Customs Project Car TV. Today I'm working on a bracket to mount a light similar to what's over my head here. So I'm working on a bracket for a light just like this one. This light is over my desk, and if I turned it on right now, it kind of washes everything out. Otherwise, I normally have it on when I'm working here at the desk. On the other side of the shop where we were doing a lot of that framing, there's an area where I think I mentioned at one point that I wanted to put my lathe and mill combo unit. And so I've got wire, power over there, and I put an outlet up high to plug a light in because I knew ahead of time this is the type of light I wanted to put in. And the reason for that is it has Bluetooth built in. It does two things. When they're both plugged in, they both will play the same music or whatever off of my iPhone or my iPad, whatever they're synced to. Then you can pull the pull string and turn the light on. So the nice thing is you just leave the power on all the time. As soon as your phone gets in range, you've got Bluetooth, and you can even answer a phone call on it, although I don't often do that. But the nice thing is I'm going to try and have 2 or maybe 3 of these lights around the shop placed so that you can light up a workstation area, but also so you have that Bluetooth sound available to you all the way around the shop. What I've done, and I'm gonna bring the camera in so you can see the computer screen. And remember, we only use half our table. I'm trying to get all this stuff on a 2 foot by 4 foot piece of metal that I had here in the shop from some other project. So what I've designed is this gear bracket, and it kind of gets cluttered because I've already nested some other items in. But the gear up like this and over, that will be the support, and then these long rectangles will be the rail that gets bent to go around it. And it'd be almost like you were hanging a shelf or something. I made one that's 18 inches across, and then I made another one that's 12 inches across, or I think 13 inches across. The 13 inch will actually go right here above my desk once I get the wall built, everything here. This one's gonna go, I made it bigger so that the light would hang out far enough to get all the way out over the mill and lathe. Sadly, I have about 2 hours in drawing those pictures. I also added in a couple of little angle gussets and stuff, just some stuff that I'm always using around here, and I was going to have there was going to be spots of metal left over, and rather than just end up throwing that away as scrap, I figured I'd cut some gussets and stuff out of it. I was trying fill in the dead spots so that the metal gets used to the maximum I can. So I'm going to move the camera one more time so you guys can watch it get cut out, and then once everything's cut out and cooled off a little bit, we'll knock the dross off, bend the rails, the outside rails, and weld everything up. So it's going to be a pretty quick and easy project, but something I thought you might find interesting. It's not an original idea. The one I think I've seen a couple times that I actually like a lot is made out of a automatic transmission flex plate, and they just cut it into quarters, weld the quarter, bend a 90-degree angle out of some flat bar, and then weld that into the corner. If I had a flex plate laying around, we'd be cutting that in 4 pieces and making the 4 hangers I need out of that. But I didn't have anything similar, so I thought, heck with it, we'll just design what we want. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'll cut out, got some dross on the back, so I'm going to throw a hard grinder wheel on here. So what we've got is the gear bracket on a 90-degree corner. So on the gear part, I added a little tab, and there's just 2 on each edge. And then I cut out a 1.25 inch flat bar with a corresponding receiver for it. And then I put a little cut in there so it'd be easy to fold. And marking the halfway point as well. So that goes in like that, and we're gonna put a couple welds on there, and then we'll weld it from the backside in that hole, and then fold this one up, weld it just the same. That gives us a bracket. Something I failed to plan for is I didn't put any holes in here for screwing it into the wall. So after I get it all welded together and all that, then I'll come back and just drill a couple holes. Not that big a deal, but you know, would have been nice to let the plasma cutter make pretty holes in it instead of me. Well, there you have it. In the side flange, I'll drill a couple holes so I can run some screws in, and we'll get these painted and then hung up on the wall over there. Now I only got 4 more to make. Well, there we go. A couple hours work, and we have some nice brackets to hang our light from. Gives us a nice little area light here for working with the lathe and mill. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll see you again next week.
Thanks for watching Allison Customs Project Car TV. Like us on Facebook and check us out at AllisonCustomsOnline.com.